Alrighty, friends, day 2 of Mint Mobile design. I have pinned your Mint Mobile redesign activity to the top. Why? Because you keep getting new activities every day, and it's really annoying to have to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll to find your activity that you need. So this one's right up top, okay? Now, I have been sending this back to you because it's not done yet, okay? So go ahead and click on your draft, and I want you to open it to edit it, please, okay? So click on that sample student, click on your edit post, and we are gonna hop down quite a few slides. I believe it's slide 12. It is. It should be slide 12. If you rearrange some slides, look at my screen to see what it should look like. This is what I need you to be on. Okay. So please hop to that slide 12. Hello, Miss Bram. All righty, welcome. Okay, this is your new qualification. So this is where your trial data is going to be. Miss Sousa, what's trial data? I'm so glad you asked. Today's the day that you're going to officially test and measure the distance of your car, okay? Now, your cars might not be done yet, and that's okay. I don't think I'm done, but I added more than I had yesterday. You can see here I added in a body of the car. I've got my seat, and I've got a lap belt right here that my minifig fits under in order to remain in the car. So I've got a lap belt for him, okay? So this is what I've come up with so far. I also have my pennies installed on the bottom of my car, and I feel like I'm ready to go. So I am going to take my car and I'm going to drop it down my ramp. So I'm gonna go like this, I'm gonna let go, woo, and there it goes, okay? What you are going to do today is use the ruler that we sent you home with when you were here for testing, dun, 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 to measure how far your car travels in centimeters. Miss Sousa, the ruler is so short. You're right. So what you have to do is kind of put your finger where the ruler ends and then go line it up again and keep counting up, okay? So let's take a look. Let's pretend that I dropped my car down the ramp. Alrighty, it has stopped, okay? This is trial 1. I'm gonna go measure. I'm gonna start at 0, and it went here, and then it stopped. So I'm gonna bring my ruler back, and it stopped right here. So that's 30 plus 18 centimeters. 30 plus 18 equals 48 centimeters. I can tell you the winner every year goes over 200 centimeters. So you're going to want to make sure your car travels farther than 48, but for the sake of our point, we'll do this, okay? 48 centimeters. I'm gonna look at my car, I'm gonna say, ooh, 48 isn't very far. Let's see what I can figure out, okay? You know what? I think that this isn't very aerodynamic when I'm looking at my car, okay? I've got a lot of bumps. I've got a lot of like flappy things that can catch the wind. So take a look at this. My driver's not even using that seat. Do you see that? It's not even holding his back up. All he needs is that lap belt. So what I'm actually gonna do, because I think that this is catching wind, I think as it's pushing, it's going and making it slow down like a brake. So I'm actually gonna cut my seat off. If you'll forgive me, I just killed my Lego minifig driver by dropping him off a cliff, so I had to pick him up. Okay, so I'm actually gonna cut this off, okay? I don't think I need the back of this seat anymore. Alrighty, there we go, it's gone. Okay, back of my seat is gone. So I'm gonna record that change. What do I need to change about my design to make it go farther? I cut the seat back off because it was catching wind and slowing the car down. All right, there we go. So I've recorded my change, okay? Now that I've changed something about my car, I'm going to do my ramp again. Take my car, I'm gonna set it up. There it goes. Hey, this time it looks like it traveled a little bit farther. Let me go measure. Line up my car at 0, or my ramp at 0. It went 30, put my finger there. And my car stopped right here this time. Ooh, at 22. Okay, so this time my car went 30, and I'm just doing this to keep my math straight, plus 22. That equals 52 centimeters. All right, a little bit of an improvement, okay? So let me take a good look at my car here. Look at my front wheel. Do you see how much that moves back and forth? Look at my back wheels. Those can't move, okay? Those don't move much, but my front wheel can wiggle a lot. I bet that's causing my car to slow down because the wheel is going like this instead of just turning. Yeah, look at it. See? Look, see it going back and forth on that axle? Oof, that's not good. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this a little bit tighter. So I am going to take my tape. I'm going to cut a nice strip here. I'm going to cut it in half. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Make it a little bit thinner here because that wheel spot isn't very large. Okay, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wrap this tape around my axle right here so that my wheel can't move as much. All right, so I'm just going to wrap it. Wrap. It's making my axle smaller so that my wheel will not have as much space to wiggle around. Okay, and I'm going to see if that makes it any better. So there we go. Now my wheel can't wiggle around as much. Okay, got it? So now I'm going to add that change that I made. My front wheel had too much room to wiggle. I made the axle opening smaller. That's the change I made. And then I'm going to repeat this process a third time. Okay? Now this time, I'm going to let it go down the ramp. Oh, guys, oh no. This time it stopped right here at 21. Why did my car not go as far? This time it was only 21 centimeters. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take a look at my car. Let's look at my car here. Oh, you know what? Look at that. That's not very straight. Do you see how wiggly that is? It's kind of hard there. I bet it's getting friction. It is. Look, my wheel's not spinning as fast because that tape I added. Ah, I'm gonna have to cut that off. That didn't work very well. That caused more friction on my car. So sometimes the changes that you make aren't gonna work, are they? No, and you might have to undo it. But you know what? I still think that my wheel needs to not move around as much. So I think I'm gonna find a different way to make that axle smaller. Okay, so that's gonna be my final change. Maybe be a little bit more secure in my tape. Man, this is frustrating. It's taken a long time. Doesn't look good. I really thought it was a good idea, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep my cool and breathe. Okay, there we go. So I'm back to it. I've got to figure out how to make that wheel go a little bit straighter. Okay, so this time on this change, my tape caused friction on my tire and woo, My car did not travel as fast. I am going to make my tape straighter. Okay, so I've recorded 3 changes. Okay, this is your task today, and I must see 3 changes on your car. If you turn this in and say, I don't want to change anything, my car was perfect. Sorry about your luck. You're not going to be qualified for the race. Engineers improve their designs. Engineers get better ideas. Engineers take time. Okay? So this is your task today. Test your cars and make 3 changes. What do you want to alter about the design of your car so that it drives better? Okay? What questions can I answer about your work right now? Oh, and by the way, friends, I hope you picked up on this. You're not typing this. You're not writing this because this isn't your car. So if you started typing this or writing this, I hope you stop. Okay, because this isn't your data. You're doing it with your car. All right, questions about this part? Yes, Bella.
So basically on this page we're just gonna see how far it goes and
You're going to see how far it goes and you're going to figure out what can you make better about your design on your car.
okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Yes, Terrence.
Are you staying until 1:45?
I'm saying until 9:45, yes.
Okay.
William.
So I might have to measure this tomorrow because I'm at my grandma's and I didn't know I would need the ruler. So yeah.
Do you have something else that you can measure? I bet your grandma has a tape measure or a yardstick or a ruler. I bet she's got one.
I can ask her.
Okay. So yes, thank you, William, for asking that, because that actually brings up a good point. There we go. If you have something at your house that is longer, like a tape measure, and you want to use that instead of the ruler, that's fine. Just make sure that whatever you're measuring in has centimeters. We're not measuring in inches. Okay. So if you want to take something longer and lay it out so that you don't have to move your ruler, I'm okay with that. All right. Not yet, Leah. Hang tight. Yes, Levin.
Can you unlock Tinkercad?
When we are done with this part of the conversation, yes, I will. Okay. So that is your task for qualifications. I want you to remember you also have an ongoing project. Your ongoing project is your Tinkercad design. Okay, this is your final draft that you'll be able to print and use as well. I have been sending a lot of feedback as you've been turning this in. I've been typing comments and sending it back to you about things that you want to change. So remember, this is also going on. So if you finish your car design and you've made 3 changes and you've written about them, get to your Tinkercad. Okay, watch Mr. Nelson's video. He goes through step-by-step directions. All right, friends? Okay, I am going to be hanging out here until 9:45. You are more than welcome to hop on here and ask me questions and talk with me. If you and a friend would like to go into a breakout room to kind of work together, that's fine. I'd be happy to set those up for you. Okay? Do not leave yet.